There appears to be a curse with the TNT Championship, which makes you cry like a little bitch. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Dustin Rhodes at
I'll
the
tell
age.
you, I curse everyone that holds it's a fucking jobber. That's what the
Well,
size it like.
here, no, it's worse than a jobber, a crying jobber. And why is Dustin Rhodes right at the grand age of what? When what age is Dustin? He must be like 55, somewhere in that ballpark. He's a lot older than that. Is pricky a brother Cody, right?
I think he's 58.
Right, well, 58, that's even worse. Like, we've got a 58-year-old man with kids, grandkids, and he's fucking crying his eyes out because he's won the
He's a
TNT champ.
mysterious kid. I'd be crying too.
Yeah, maybe that's why. This is some like channeled up emotion or something. But why is he crying at a TV title?
I know he went, oh, for the first time in his history, he can call himself a champion. It's a belt that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, no, it's a TV title. That's all it is. I mean, honestly, it's embarrassing, man. I'm sick of this in wrestling. If you look at like the history of pro wrestling, right, when it was good, see the times when people cried, it fucking mattered.
The boyhood dream has come true for summer.
WrestleMania main event wins the title for the first time against Bret Hart in a fucking hour-long Iron Man match. You know, I mean, that warrants it to me. Right?
Benoit winning the belt and realising what he's going to do in about 3 years. That warrants it for me.
Aye, you know, Ric Flair retiring, right?
Even though he knows he's going to pop up in TNA for a bit of money, that warrants it for me.
Any form of tribute show, right? Obviously, all bets are off the table. If you want to cry, that's fair enough. But winning but think of like the different eras, like Ruthless Aggression, and Attitude Era, right? When did somebody win a mid card belt and start crying?
Yeah, I mean, this is like winning the hardcore title.
This would no, it would have to take someone like a Brian Kendrick in 2003, Spanky, who's a fucking absolute underdog, a complete jobber, right? Guy's, I mean, weighs less than Adam Cole, and he defeats like the mid card scene like Cena, Rhino, and Benoit to lift the US title. And he's like 20 years old, so it's like, okay, but this is a 58-year-old man. As for the match, I don't even really remember anything about the match. Do you remember anything about the match?
No,
wouldn't have happened without Adam Cole crying, so...
He gets put in the sharpshooter, although Danny Garcia calls it something else. He gets locked in, and then he manages to counter it into like a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, that was it, bang.
No, but again, it's just cringe though, because what you've got is like Shivani and the two other fuds next to him, like, oh, this title eluded him his whole career. He's finally done it. No, this company's only existed for 6 years, right? At least if Dustin Rhodes won the world title, you can say, well, you know what, the guy's been wrestling for over like 3 decades.
Yeah, but also to say the title's eluded him is like that's almost suggesting he's been specifically after this title. I don't recall it.
No, I don't recall it either, but he won. I mean, I don't really understand why a guy that's 58's beating guys in the match at like 24.
He might have faced Cody Rhodes for this belt a long time ago, but do you not think back then, not because Cody Rhodes held it, but no, you know what, that would have helped. I do think that there was once upon a time that the TNT, of course the TNA title felt big, the TNT title used to feel a lot bigger. I mean, and it's probably because you've got like the International and the Continental and all these other worthless fucking belts now that don't mean shit. But remember Cody Rhodes used to hold this belt? Or he was one of the guys that held it, and it just felt like a bigger deal. Do you not think this belt kind of over the last couple of years has dropped?
I feel like everything in wrestling at one point felt bigger than what it is now.
Yeah, but do you not think the TNT belt was like the Intercontinental title of AEW? And now it's not even like a European.
Yeah, pun intended. It's just natural for belts to lose value when you add a bit 10 more.
No, but even if you like rank the belts in terms of importance, I'd say this belt's behind the ones that Okada and Omega have got.
Yeah, but is it any surprise that though when you look at like who's held it and who's held it recently?
That's what I'm saying. You look at
feels like they trust other people to hold the belts.
I'm saying you look at who's held it and who's competing for it, and it just feels like you've got a higher level of opposition going after the other belts. So therefore, that tells me that those belts are like see. I don't care, right? See you had like Kane, Rob Van Dam, Jericho, all going after the European belt. And the IC belt was being contested by like Steve Blackman
and
Maven and Al Snow and Rodney Mack. After a while, the European belt would elevate above the IC belt. I don't even think it would take that long.
No, I know. I agree with that.
Have you seen mid carders and upper mid carders going after the European belt and the IC belt was being competed with over like fucking jobbers? Then the history wouldn't matter. If WrestleMania they did this bit, you'd be thinking, well, you know what, that was years ago. I'm looking at it now, and the top guys are going after the European belt, and they're not going after the so. And I think that's what's happened to the TNT. The only difference is the TNT never had like years of prestige like the IC belt did.
Yeah,
But anyway, this title used to be the number 2 belt in AEW, and now it's
number 2 belt.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Dustin Rhodes fought Cody for this when Cody had it, and it just back then that would have been that would have almost been crying worthy. See if he'd have won it by beating his brother, when it felt like it meant something. I could maybe accept it a bit more. But he's won this belt now when it is like fucking fifth. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other belts in AEW, but if you can name one, then it's probably more important than this.
FTW one.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Especially since Hook's fucking carrying it a bit, or he was. Anyway, that's it, man. Dustin Rhodes will be back soon enough.